Welcome to Similar Movies Database. Today we're sharing the list of the best movies like The Notebook. One day, on July 58, 1988, the day of their college graduation, two people from opposite sides of the tracks begin a lifelong friendship. Emma, an idealist from the work-class family, wants to make the world a better place. Dexter, a playboy, thinks the world is his oyster. For the next 20 years, the two friends reunite on the 15th each July, sharing dreams, tears and laughter, until they discover what they've been searching for each other. Kid. 17-year-old Natalie thinks she's got it all figured out until she falls for a guy who has nothing to lose. P.S. I love you. When Jerry, the husband of Holly Kennedy, dies from an illness, she loses the love of her life. Knowing how hard Holly will take his death, Jerry plans ahead. Beginning of her 13th birthday, she received the first in a series of letters written by him, designed to ease her grief and encourage her to move forward to a new life. Wicker Park. Matthew and Lisa are madly in love, but only day Lisa vanishes. Simon enters an emotional tailspin and began an obsessive quest to find her. Years later, Simon's life has stabilized and he has a new relationship. Then he thinks he sees Lisa in a restaurant and fixates on her all over again. He snoops around and eventually tracks down the mysterious woman from the restaurant. Her name is Alex, but she acts just like Lisa. Big Fish. When Edward Bloom becomes ill, his son William travels to be with him. William has a strange relationship with Edward because his father, who always tells exaggerate stories about his life, and William thinks he's never really told the truth. Even on his deathbed, Edward recounts fantastical anecdotes. When William, who is a journalist, starts to investigate his father's tales, he begins to understand the man and his enchanting storytelling. A Walk to Remember. Set in North Carolina, A Walk to Remember follows the rite of passion of a jaded, aimless high school senior who falls in love with a guileless young woman he and her friends once scorned. The two develop a powerful and inspirational relationship in which they discover truths that take the most people a lifetime to learn. Sweet November. Nelson Moss and Sarah Deaver have nothing to common except an hour spell and doing well. Intrigued by each other, but not quite ready to commit, they settle on a rather unconventional courtship, a one-month trial, after which they'll go to separate ways. No expectations, no pressure, no strings attached. What neither of them counts on is falling to love. Titanic. James Cameron's Titanic is epic action-packed romance set against two ill-fated maiden voyage of the Hermes Titanic, the pride and joy of the White Star Line and damned. At the time, the largest moving object ever built, she was the most luxurious liner of her era, the Ship of Dreams, which ultimately carried over 1,500 people to their death in the ice-cold waters of the North Atlantic in the early hours of April 15, 1912. Are there any we missed? Let us know in the comments.